Radio check. Does anyone copy? Does anyone hear me? Hello. I hope you've had a good night, day, whatever time it is there. Feel free to comment. Been trying to get a response on my radio. That's all waiting for you guys to come over. Radio check. Does anyone copy? Yes, I do remember you. I was hoping you'd be able to stop in at some point. And I like your messages too. On the posts, the videos. It's awesome, kiddo. I'm glad to see you back. I hope you had a great Christmas. And I hope you got what you wanted too. I'm just basically relaxing after work now. What are you up to? Something told me that at least you'd be on at some point. I was hoping anyhow. So what did you get for Christmas? Nice. I like game systems. My first game system was a PS2. Then I got a PS3, and yeah, that actually went south. But, well, technically, you could say my first gaming thing was the original Game Boy. I got some clothes, a gift card. That's basically about it. I didn't really want anything anyhow. And thank you for asking. So, when do you go back to school? Hello. How are you? I hope you're both doing really well. Glad to see you're both back. I'm glad. And Yarini, I'm sorry I had to go that quick the other day. But at least I'm here now. And hopefully, once school starts back up, you guys can still find, well, the pop in on the weekend I think might be easier with how my work is anyhow. Because I actually like you talking with you guys. Plus, you guys actually ask good questions, believe it or not. And you guys have intelligent things to say. Ugh. I thought it was next week. Because I have a kid too, and that's when he's going back. Next week. After New Year. And it moved. I have family that actually works in the schools up here. And the Scholastic book fairs that go to schools, I don't know if you guys get them, but they were around it when I was a kid, and I know at least around New England. But my mother actually works for them, boxing the stuff up that you guys order. Yes, I think that around here most schools are going back the 5th, January 5th. But that's around here. With my luck, I'm probably going to be working on the new year. And thank you for asking. And if you guys have any plans, or do anything, feel free to let me know. The first New Year's I remember, I think I was 5 years old. Maybe 4. Yes. Let's see. 4 years old. Going to be 5. And that was 1990. I remember a little bit of a few others before, but I don't remember what year. Yeah, I'll answer your question with one little there. So yes, we do have snow. And we'll probably be getting more before you know it. And January is known to snow here. I hope you're at a party right now. That's actually pretty neat. Irene got quiet. I hope they're okay. Because you guys actually, the two of you, actually stand out as two of my favorite people that have commented on here and joined in. So yes, I'll probably remember you guys for a while. That I'm fine. I'm fine with you just listening. You guys are actually pretty cool, believe it or not. And I hope that kids will treat you well at school, and teachers and all that. That's greatly appreciated, especially from a kid. That means even more. It really does. And the best thing is like for the videos, all I do is capture what I see and what's around me. I think that you guys might like some other things too, especially once I get more people to join in. I think that you guys will laugh. 16. I remember those days. See, I knew that to me that's still a kid. You're younger than my niece and nephew, believe it or not. But actually, my favorite summer was when I was 16. I hope you enjoyed that one. I just wanted to be silly at that point. But yeah, I'm actually glad that you guys actually joined in. You guys are the best. But when I was 16, that was one of my most favorite summers for years. I didn't even know if I could have a better one. Oh, that's fine. I know things happen. I forget, honestly, there's enough kids on here that I forget how old each kid is. But I actually do try to watch out for you guys, and well, because there have been some inappropriate comments, so I'm glad that I can keep it away from you guys. You know, that's the least I can do. Because the way I look at it is, if I wouldn't want that said around my kid, why should I let it around you guys? My kid is, if I remember correctly, my kid's age is in between the two of you. So, yeah, like when he's 16, it'll be a little different, but yeah. I'm actually glad that you guys do watch the videos. There's that. I remember I did one. I don't know if you guys saw it or I told you guys, but this in a town that one of the presidents of the United States has a summer home. His father it's the Bush family, but yeah, I don't usually talk politics or views of it, but I just find that a cool fact. When I worked down there, I actually got to meet one of the cooks and some of the Secret Service. They were actually pretty nice people. Plus, I grew up around one of the Secret Service. I went and saw my kid, and I ended up going to Massachusetts to see family. I do try to censor this from you kids because I don't want you to influence anyone to either do it or not do it, but yeah, I just don't want to say, hey, I did it because I saw him do it. No, I'm not like that. I'd rather be the best influence and let you make your own decisions. No, I don't live with my kid. I don't live far, and I usually see him every day, though. He lives with a family member of mine. That's fine, Brandon. I know that eventually I'll end up running into you guys on here anyhow. I honestly do this twice a day to increase the chances of those of you that want to, that can. We all have different time zones and all that, so might as well try to make it easier. Huh. There's a car moving. It's kind of creepy. There's a car moving creepy. Okay, I'll see you later, Brandon. Brian! Brian! And you guys can feel free to go join Brian's page too. I'm actually surprised you're up, Brian. Well, not you. Probably just got out. You probably got out of work not that long ago too, as well. I'm not sure when I'm going to be ending the stream. It depends on the viewers, basically. Unless I have something to do or someplace to be, it all depends on the viewers. Never. I like that answer. Never. If I could have a way to like stream something all the time, I would, especially if I could also be like, hi, how's it going? Yeah. This car is driving creepy. Yes, I will be going live tomorrow. Well, probably at least twice. Like maybe in the morning, maybe in early afternoon, maybe in the evening, like now. Oh, my early afternoon, because I know that some of you are in different time zones. But that's also part of the reason why. Plus, on school days, if you guys want to come join in, I don't want you to miss school. I don't want you to not do your homework. So I want you to go. If you want to join in, I want it to be around that stuff too. Because all that stuff is actually quite important as well. Dang, I'm tired tonight. I'm wondering what I should do for my next video. I did get a blue jay today. Making noise and all that. I did put out peanuts. The next thing I know, he's there. I did not get the 3 crows that got the peanuts, though. There were 3 crows that did as well. And I think some squirrels, and that was just by the time I left. There. Your teacher had to leave. When I was in middle school, there was Actually, there's been like 2, 3 times that I've had teachers that have had to leave. Yes. uh, One I think was for a broken bone, like a broken leg or something like that. One was because she was pregnant, and it was just a hard pregnancy. I don't remember the rest. Like if there was like, because I want to say there was 1 or 2 more, but I don't remember. So tonight, according to my car, it's only about 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Freezing is 32. Weirdness. There seems to be some weird cars tonight. I don't know what time I'm going to be going live. I don't. I'm pretty sure that one of them will probably be around like noontime, 1 o'clock my time, and it's 11 o'clock now. I think that you might be an hour or 2 behind me, Arini. I actually like that name because it's unique. I grew up with the common names, so it can get annoying. But probably around 1 o'clock my time. Old habits of just watching things that are abnormal. They just catch my eye still. I might also try to take another video or 2 tomorrow, I'm not sure. I've been thinking about going back to Horton Woods. I wonder who will hear. And I wonder if Horton who will hear who. Ha ha ha. Cheesy, I know. But it also does depend on how cold it is, because it has actually been quite cold. Like it's already in the single digits here. For Fahrenheit, that's cold. Real cold. Well below freezing. Yeah, it's in part because of work. My content's pretty much just me around town. Well, like doing out and about doing my thing. And a bunch of nature. You know, feel free to go check it out. As I do, I even got a fox on video. So if you're into that type of thing, and hello, Kimberly. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks, man. I've actually been gaining daily at followers daily. And I can't complain. The interactions are awesome. And like even though live streaming like this is awesome. Like it's the middle of the night and well 5 viewers. Yes, I remember your name. I've actually noticed that at this time of night, though, there's less of the rudeness. I have noticed that people are generally more polite and respectful this time of night, and I appreciate that. Plus, Brian and I have actually been kind of trying to keep it at bay, which hasn't been that bad in my opinion. I have right now, in part because of going live, I have somewhere around 140 followers the last I knew, subscribers last I knew. Even that, it almost seems like I'm getting more subscribers every day. My Christmas was good, thank you. How was yours? I hope you got some fun stuff. The power did go out on Christmas, and I did post a video of it, well, short of it, and how we were also using candles. Feel free to let me know what you got for Christmas if you feel up to it. You got Uggs. Those are cool. Those were even the thing when I was a kid. Yeah, Brian, we should definitely do the Anderson. That I haven't forgotten about that. We still need to talk about doing that. Maybe like talk about it over the next day or two and figure something out, Brian. Because I do want to have a little bit more of a variety of stuff too, so that would be perfect. I do have a cemetery in Saco. I do want to get, now that you brought like you mentioned that one, and I do want to see that. Yes, I shaved the beard off. There's actually another cemetery I want to go to and check out, like further away than Wyndham, up in Bangor. It's the one. It's split by a river, and there's a plot in there with a kid named George, and that's where Stephen King got his idea for the character Georgie in it. The one that I actually have already is on a good-sized river. I wouldn't be surprised if it is haunted like most, but especially since there's an old section. And yes, and have a good, blessed one, and don't forget, be as positive as you can be, and try to be as good of a person as you can be, and be you. Until next time, Yorani, I hope to see you again. We'll talk with you again. No, I've been doing pretty good. What about you, Kimberly? I like the. I appreciate you guys coming back and slowly becoming more of you. That part's probably the slowest thing right now is you guys, and I think some of it's just timing. My streams have live streams have become longer too. They've been going closer to an hour lately, or a little longer. Usually pretty good. The coffee was pretty good. Thanks for asking. So, if not tomorrow, it's like I have 2 days off after that. If not tomorrow, I'll probably go to some more, see the Horton Woods or maybe some other few little spots too. I'll probably have to take video of it and do it that way, but I'll also be going live as well, here and there. And it would be neat to eventually get 1,000 subscribers, but I know if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. If I could get 1,000 subscribers, I'd mean I have more subscribers than some of my favorite towns here in Maine that actually have less than 500. And typically shrinking too, but I'd love to live down there. It's quiet and just away from people. All nature, basically. I do have a video of one of the towns. It's one of the more populated ones. And if you want to look, it's in the shorts, one of the older ones with a woman walking a dog. And if you click on that one, it's Machias Waterfall, and kind of neat there. I hope you guys are all enjoying this. And the interactions do help to get me talking. Don't be afraid to give a thumbs up and all that. Hello, how's it going? And if you haven't subscribed, feel free. Because I do have a bunch of videos and shorts as well. Mostly of nature. Things are going pretty good. What about you? And like this part of me, this way, like also if you guys ask questions, you can get to know me a little better as well. Some stuff I won't answer, but yeah. Just watching TV. What are you watching on TV? I don't really watch TV much these days. The last thing I really watched was on Netflix. I get that. That's typically what I do too, half-ass it. But I think the last full actual TV show I watched was Wednesday. From the beginning, and I'm glad you added that, because if you didn't, I was going to ask which season. But that is a good one. I'm in Maine, and I can't do this inside, so yeah. That's why I'm typically in my car in case I do want to. Season 2 currently. I like Stranger Things, and it's kind of interesting how it caused an insurgence of 80s things again. My favorite time periods, though, are the 60s and 70s. A little bit before I was born, but I just think it was neat. But I do like other parts of history aspects too. I bet it Montana is. I actually have some videos of the snow that we have. I can't really get much of a good view right now, but I'll try. But yeah, I actually have some of the snow we got here in Maine. But yeah, there's huh? No kidding. Oh. Now, some of the people that actually tune in, one thing that I do find neat about you guys is that you guys, well, besides you guys all bring a different aspect to the conversations, but some of you actually speak more than one language. And honestly, like, I'm kind of jealous because I always, I only know a little bit of like French, a little bit of, yeah, other things too, but I've actually been to Bangor. I've driven by his house multiple times. And, well, yeah, I like Bangor. That's pretty much, I like visiting Bangor, but I'd rather live a little out further away from there. Like, my favorite part is actually about an hour and a half from there. It's actually quite quiet in my favorite part. Like at night, it's pitch black. There's no street lights, nothing. I love it. No kidding, Brian. That's neat. No, I don't have a wife. Why do you ask? Yes, it is nice. Most of Maine is actually considered rural. But I like pretty much the middle of nowhere, like a population of maybe 500. Maybe. But that's just me. Some people love the city. I lived in Jacksonville, Florida. I realized it wasn't for me. Basically, that's all it is, just not for me. No kidding. Sorry about that. But one thing I do like about the middle of nowhere is the fishing, hunting, things like that. I know it's not everyone's thing, but I enjoy it. Huh. Oh, we have a bunch of moose. That's fine, Kimberly. Yes, I've seen moose, baby moose, mama moose, papa moose. I've been thinking about going to an area I haven't been in a few years that I know has, well, last I knew had moose. I saw moose droppings and moose footprints. I've actually been thinking about checking it out again. It was one of the spots I've hunted as well. And and if I get an animal, I don't waste any of it. To me, that's just wrong. You respect the animal, but at the same time, I also love animals. There was a joke in my family that I'd probably end up scaring a deer first, only because I'd be like, oh, look at it, it's cute. Then, oh, shoot, I'm hunting. So what are you guys up to on this cold night anyhow? Hi, welcome back, Kimberly. Venison is actually one of my favorites. If I had the option to eat nothing but game, and that would be probably be the majority of it is venison. Plus, you can make clothing and blankets out of the fur. And it's some of the warmest fur you could use too. So on cold nights like tonight, it would be perfect. The deer's, like white-tailed deer's fur's winter fur, so well insulated that a snowflake can fall on its back and not melt. Yeah, there's people that are like that too. I'd rather be out hunting yeah, all that. I have family members that don't like venison or any game. There's some things I want to try, like gator and snake, but I do like duck. Really? Why did your older brother destroy the snowman? That wasn't very nice. Did you guys do that on Christmas or when? Ugh. That unfortunately happens at times with siblings. Unfortunately. But I used to love building snowmen. I even did it with my kid before. I even built him a snow cave at one time. Because why not? You know, it's fun to be outside, and it's good to be outside, so why not? I am actually enjoying these comments, and if you haven't, feel free to subscribe and watch the videos that I have as well. And shorts, and feel free to share any of them as well, because it's all greatly appreciated. I know there's one of mine that actually got shared because I shared it on other social media. There was a guy that commented that he actually shared it to his mother because he thought that she'd enjoy it too, and he loved it so much. I thought that was cool, especially since all I do is just be me, and most of the feedback I get is positive. But like, I don't know how to be anything but me anyhow. So, but yeah, how I hope it's not too cold where you guys are. I think that we're supposed to get some like snow flurries or something like that in the next few days. I am 40. How old did you think I was, and how old are you? Oh, see, my car's saying it's 6 degrees here. Best places to visit in Maine. Well, Algonquin, Maine is actually keeps getting voted like one of the top towns in the country to visit. And I actually would recommend there. Um, Other than that, Kennebunkport's not bad. Um, Freeport is actually pretty good. Portland Old Port's nice. But yeah, I thought you were about 12. I get that a lot, kiddo. But I thought you were about 12. I thought you were about my, yeah. There's kids in my family your age. But yeah, we do actually try to watch out for kids, at least in my family. I like one thing that I actually can say that I have liked about some of the jobs I've had is even if it wasn't necessarily the work, it was actually the people I worked with. I usually got along with, like, managed the management pretty well. Somehow clicked with them, and then other than like at one job I clicked with most of them, and we became like like some of us became like little family. And then there's like we all watched over the kids and joked around and things like that with them, and yeah. That's fine. Go right ahead, Kimberly. But yeah, this is what probably another good. This is actually awesome. And if you haven't, give a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, check out the videos I have. You meant something. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a little more sense. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to wait for next time on that one. Take care. I hope to see you again. And then be safe, be the positive, and be the best version of you that you can, and be kind. Till next time. Well, now there's just two of us. You take care as well. But now there's just two of us. Feel free to comment. Now I'm just curious. Oh, yay, too! I'm curious of who's watching now. Maybe if I'll get comments, or at least a thumbs up. See if I'll get any subscribers, any new views on my videos or shorts. Let's see. But I do hope everyone had a good Christmas. Elliot, like here we had a white Christmas. And quite a noticeably more snow than even Massachusetts. And that's not too far away. Driving anyhow. There's definitely parts of Maine that are further away. You can start at one point, drive 6 hours in one direction, and still be in Maine. It's huge. It's not even it's far from the largest state, which I find amazing. That's part of the reason why I want to go visit Texas. And yes, I do want to drive to as many states as I can. It's just a personal goal I have. Drive to as many as I can. Stop, see sights, get food, find good food, interesting people, that kind of thing. You know, because good people, good food, that can make, and is it always fun? Can always make for fun. Plus, never mind the sights. Hi, Kimberly. Like one of the things I do want to see is the Smoky Mountains. I want to see Mexico. Canada's a story for another time. Did grow up going to Canada. Usually the French areas though. And surprisingly, I speak very little French. You know all the Western ones. I've been to... that's awesome. If you want to name them, feel free. And I've been to, like, a couple of them. Well, yeah. I know I've been to California, which is can't get much more than west than that, other than Alaska and Hawaii. But, yeah. And I'm actually from the East Coast. Like Idaho and Wyoming, they're more west, in my opinion. But I could, yeah, that's just my opinion. I've been. Good job. See, I've been to Wyoming. I've been to Idaho. Been to California. So, yeah. And I've been, well, at least driven through every state on the East Coast. At least driven through. I grew up driving to and from Florida. Last time I did it was in a truck that was 25 years older than me. I was approaching 50 years old at the time. Made it down and back. And when I got back, I needed just an oil change and like one little adjustment. That was it. And like you actually named some states I want to go see, and one I want to go back to. Well, a couple I want to go back to, but I want to go back to Wyoming. big time. And I did usually get to see wildlife when I'd go off to these places. I've got to see mule deer. I've got to see the hares that are in the desert. Yeah, to me it's just neat. Like in the desert, they actually told us, gave us a warning about the spikes on cacti, that some of them can go right through your boot. Plus, that was another one of those areas that you were better off to check your boots before you put them on because of snakes and scorpions. Oklahoma and California were like that, more than the other states I've been to. Ah, nice. So, Brandon, do you have your driver's permit or driver's license? Because I know, at least know that here where I am, it's common for people your age to start too. No, that's fine. I waited till I was 18. And the only reasons why I did was so I could keep a job that I had because I worked at a auto garage that actually specialized on Mercedes. But I want to, yeah, I was also had to get it to be a mechanic in the Army. That's actually pretty neat, and we've been to some of the same states. I have not been to Hawaii. My father has. I have not. He went before I was born, or I would have gone too. It's actually getting warm in here. But yeah. Yay. No kidding. 8 to 18 can drive in that town. Carranza. Where exactly? Do you know where Carranza is? No kidding. I think I know what town you're talking about. If it's here in the United States. Oh, we're actually approaching an hour. Okay, yeah, I know where. Well, it's in Mexico. Huh. Well, we actually have, there's actually a town here in the United States like that, too. I just can never remember the name of it. And there's actually towns, and technically there's towns where I'm from, that there's no police, but the state police and sheriff still patrol them. Let's see, a bunch of random stuff, like different states that we've been to. Uh, favorite places to visit in Maine, all kinds of stuff. And just so you guys know, I do typically put the like the streaming like this. After I'm done, I do typically put the video as public, so that way if you guys do want to look back, share anything you can. It's not just the other videos and all the shorts I make specifically for that. There's this too. I have not been to Texas. I've wanted to. What places do you really want to go, Kimberly? Yeah, we Pete. Yeah, we do. I know I do. Texas is actually one state I heard that treats veterans quite well. Or at least did a few years ago. Feel free to give a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. To see Tennessee is actually one I want to go to as well, especially the Smoky Mountains. To me, they just seem like a site that one should see. I've been drawn to it. The only other place I can say I've fully been drawn to like that is that an area here in Maine that I keep mentioning. But yeah, Tennessee is a state here in the United States of America. It does not border the ocean, but it's east of the Mississippi. And part of it is some amazing views in the mountains. So, Kimberly, some people that tune in are from other countries, and yeah, that's actually part of the reason why I do the stuff I do, is because, like, let's say I go to like Texas, and someone wants to know what Texas is like, or a certain area, they can go watch or be like, oh, that's actually cool that happened. You know, just random stuff. Or same thing reason why I want to go to Mexico. Okay, if I'm still on, most definitely. So Brandon, I forgot, where are you from? What country are you from, I should say? Well, I know that I've had quite a few people from all over, pop in and out from other places. So, okay, Mexico. There was another one on here earlier from Mexico too. One thing I can say that I find neat about a lot of people from other countries is that most speak at least two languages. Most. I actually met someone from Egypt too. There's actually a pretty neat culture, I think. Old country too. Let's see, where did I put those? There they are. I've also met people from Russia, Bulgaria, Lithuania, Yugoslavia, Jamaica, Brazil, Argentina, Chile. Yeah. Huh. Celebrities. We have, let's see, currently, good question. I know Lady Gaga's probably still talked about a little bit. Taylor Swift. There's the college guy that ESPN is not saying his name, that plays football, and it's because of how it's pronounced, which kind of made the guy famous. Brad Pitt, I'm pretty sure he's still around. I don't usually follow those things, so that's a good question. Now you got to get me looking stuff up now. Oh, thank you. So I actually like looking stuff up because if I don't know, I like being able to answer questions. So thank you for stumping me. I'm drawing a blank, and it's probably partially because I am really tired. But I'm going to have to look that up now. So what celebrities are big where you are? See, like when I was your age, I could have listed them off like the back of my hand, especially music. But nowadays, it's kind of like, I know there's a few, like I know Tame Impala is big here for music. So, yeah, I do like music. The radio in my car doesn't work, unfortunately, so I do need to get some kind of radio again. But yeah, that's basically it. This is actually pretty cool that you guys keep chiming in. Greatly appreciated, and don't be afraid to give a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. The more comments, the easier it is to go back and forth, get me going if that's what you guys want. But when I can, I will be going live in different locations, maybe nature. Not everywhere I go has cell phone reception, so some of them would have to be just video and shorts. And thank you all for tuning in. It's all greatly appreciated. It's actually cold out tonight. Single digits here. It's bright. Or scream at them. Yeah. I worked at a restaurant that one day I went up to the general manager and said, I don't know why. Hey, you're honest. I like that. But I went up to the general manager and sarcastically said, a good place to go cry is in the walk-in freezer, especially since you have to walk through the cooler first. She said it's also a good place to scream, and all I could think is, oh my God, coming from you, that's too funny. It's her personality. You would not have, you wouldn't be surprised, but it would not have crossed your mind with how professional she can be. Yeah, I have some memories, I guess you could say. I am 40. I've seen a lot in the last 40 years, a lot of changes. Like when I was a kid, no one knew what a cell phone was. Now kids have cell phones. And when I was a little kid, yeah, if it was a cell phone, it looked like a big bag. You have two brothers, I have a half sister. And I also have a niece and a nephew and a great nephew and yeah, a kid of my own, but yeah. Me and my niece talk. That's that's a smart one right there, especially and talented, especially in art. That's for sure. And I am kind of jealous of their hair and my kids' hair because it's the thick, dark hair, and I always wanted really thick, dark hair. My, but yeah, uh, it's just not what I was meant to have. But they at least have nice. I've been told they have nice hair. All right. Feel free to give a thumbs up. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. And feel free to check out the other videos and all too, and shorts, and share them if you enjoy them. Dang, it's cold tonight. And thank you for tuning in, and I hope everything has been great for you. That's awesome. Yeah, feel free to go subscribe to him. Brandon could use it. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on, only because of how tired I am. And I hope, but I do hope yours starts to grow quick. And like, but one thing I've wondered that I hope happens to you is that at your age, you're almost an adult. So I want to see how far you get in that amount of time until it takes for you to be an adult. Who knows? You might take off and be famous, make money off of it. But I actually want to see. Yeah, I'm debating on getting rest. And thank you for saying that. That's the respect. I'll return your respect right back at you. And if anyone does subscribe, I do subscribe back usually. But yeah, it's awesome that I got 7 thumbs up. That's awesome. In the middle of the party. But I'll probably be on for a little bit longer, at least. So, that's awesome that it keeps going up for both of us. And I wonder if, well, if I would be able to reach 1,000 subscribers and how long it would take for me to get there. I'm just curious about. I like numbers anyhow, and that's basically just numbers. Thanks for the positivity, man. I like that energy and your confidence that I'll get there. Dang, it's cold tonight. That's the one thing I don't like about the north. Usually is the cold. There's some like setups for like houses and all I really don't mind. Like I want like wood stoves, things like that. Things like that I like in weather like this. I don't know why, but I do. I just like wood stoves and all when it's like 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is, well, in Fahrenheit, freezing is 32. Celsius is well below zero. That's all I know. I don't remember the conversions. Well, at least not to that. I remember some others, but not that. I strangely remember one of the conversions. I strangely remember millimeters. Not millimeters. Kilometers to miles and miles to kilometers. And I also remember the conversions for kilos and pounds. That's actually one thing that stuck because of how I was around people from all around the world. Sleep in the middle of the party again. Welcome back, Kimberly. I've been hoping you'd be able to make it back. This is awesome that you guys keep coming back and you actually stay tuned. I consider it a blessing. Not too much. Just pretty much rambling on. I like how you guys ask what happened. I hope it continues to grow like this. And so I just find it fascinating. Like when I was your guys' age, we never thought that you'd be able to do this online. It never crossed anyone's mind at all. But now, it's like, everyone can do it. Almost everyone has some form of like social media, something. I know not everyone does, but a good chunk of the world does. I actually wouldn't mind in some ways living like the indigenous people do. I can spell it better than I can say it right now. I apologize. Hey, that's funny. Especially with your age group. Let's just say. Awesome. Greatly appreciated, Brian, for telling your friend. And I do allow people to put links and all that and say come to subscribe and all that in the comments, because I do want to encourage you guys as well. Because you guys have actually, especially like you guys tonight, have been some of the best. Really, so why wouldn't I? And this way, that's part of the reason why I post, well, make it public, is because that way you can go back to the lives that did well, show your friends, share it to them, show them some of the videos, and hopefully they like them too. Because I do plan on doing more. It's just like winter's kind of an odd season with how cold it is. Who knows? I just might show up at the beach tomorrow. I have seen like ducks and all at the beach. Yeah, thanks, man, and I hope you sleep well, man. Definitely have a blessed one, good one. Always try to be a better person, do the best you can do. Things like that. What else can we do? Until next time. See y'all later. Definitely have a great one. Sleep well.